Sponsored by MMAHQ.com. Great deals that are here today, gone tomorrow.
Bard's, the original sorghum malt beer. And BetDSI.com. Bet on MMA and get a 20% discount.
All right, we got Anthony.
Showtime!
Pettis, he's 14-2 versus Joe.
J-Lo.
I hate that nickname so bad.
Me too.
Lauzon, he's 21-6. Pettis, 36% of his wins by KO, 43% by sub. Lauzon, 81% by sub, and 19% by KO. So this is the fight we were calling on for a while. I said, man, this would be pretty fucking exciting.
Yep.
Lauzon coming off the win over Melvin Guillard.
Was it like a 40-second win?
Sure seemed like that, or a minute at best. And I didn't pick that. I didn't think that was going to happen. And I don't know if it was so much Lauzon's skills or Melvin looking past Joe. I think it was maybe a little bit of both.
Probably.
Because Melvin came in real cocky in that fight, singing and dancing beforehand. And didn't seem like he was focused, and then he just got train wrecked.
Yep. Happens to a lot of opponents for Joe Lauzon.
It does. And the weird thing is, you know, I want to mention this too, that Lauzon, every fight that he's won, he's finished his opponent. And I don't know how many other guys in the UFC there are that are that high of a percentage. It's 100% finishing rate.
Yeah.
So I respect that. I love finishers. He's Showtime, but he's not, because Pettis is.
Pettis is Showtime.
Right. So speaking of Pettis, he's coming off. He had that loss to Clay Guida, where Guida wanted to just take him down, hold him, and rough him up a little bit. Learned from that fight. Came out. Who did he fight next? Jeremy Stevens. Was striking a little bit in the first round. Lost the first round. And the next 2 rounds, he decided, you know what? I'm going to show off my wrestling acumen now, if you will.
Yep.
Took him down. I like that because he learned. Improving. Lauzon also, the weird thing about him, he has not won 3 fights in a row since 2007.
Uh-oh.
He's sitting at 2 wins right now.
Oh, no.
He's very, he's streaky, a little bit inconsistent, so it's like I have a tough time trying to pick him to win when I know Pettis, he also did beat Ben Henderson, and some will say, yeah, it was the Showtime kick in the 5th round that, gave him that fight.
Certainly.
But fuck, he landed that kick,
Yes,
and balls to throw it, balls to land it. Probably still one of the best kicks that we've ever seen. Even with all this Anderson Silva and all this other bullshit. Nothing has been as fucking cool as that thing. So, and Henderson fighting for a title, on the same card. I think Pettis has the definite advantage in the striking. Working his wrestling. Submissions. Lauzon dives on him like, I don't know what you want to say. A hooker to a cock. Fast and furious.
Okay.
Trying to get the job done so
Yes.
you get on to your next trick. He doesn't play games when he gets you down. It's
Yeah.
But I think this is Pettis' fight to win, and I think it's Lauzon's inconsistencies. So I take Pettis with a submission. Tough. Pettis was a 2nd-round triangle choke.
Craziness.
What say you, Ingo?
Talking crazy over here.
Preaching to myself.
Crazy.
I am.
Okay, you're right. Joe Lauzon starts fast. He's a crazy, 3-minute guy. He's always finishing guys quick, and when he does win, he has a hard time sometimes with that. I think a big part of him, and I think he mentioned this after the George Sotiropoulos fight, is that sometimes he comes in with so much energy and pace that he has that adrenaline dump after the first few minutes, which is what worries me about him in this fight because, Pettis is tough, and, he could probably take whatever Joe's dishing out. I agree with you that Pettis has got the better stand-up, but I would tell you I think Joe has much more power than Pettis does. So he has the opportunity to rock Pettis, kind of like he did Melvin, get that flash, knockdown or whatever. I just kind of feel like it's time. Joe's been kind of inconsistent, like you say, up and down, winning, losing, winning. Now's the time. If he wins this fight, I think he puts himself into serious contention for a belt. And he's in his late 20s now. He's been around a while. He's a very cerebral fighter. He approaches the game from a technical standpoint. If this hits the ground, I think Pettis has no chance to get up from that. So for that
I
reason,
disagree with that. I
I
think
will
he gets
pick-
up.
I-
He's pretty good at getting back up. So
Joe,
John.
via first round submission, I'm going to go with rear naked choke. I think we're going to get a very similar type of fast action fight. I would like to call this fight of the night, but it's going to be so short. I don't know. I think one of the submission or knockout of the night is coming out of this fight, and I want to say Joe Lauzon, first round submission in Japan, makes it 3 in a row. And
Submission in Japan.
yeah, I
Sounds
think
like a name of
Joe
a band.
Lauzon versus Frankie Edgar. Next.
I don't think so.
Yeah, do
You
it.
got to get through Ben Henderson first, and I think that's
Not if Hendo loses.
money. I'm betting on that fight. Anyways,
I'm done.
if you're a betting man. Okay, you got Lauzon, I got Pettis.
Yes.
Magic 8 ball. It's not the Magic Apple. It's taking Pettis.
Nice.